What is up, everybody? It's Dante Walton here. Today I'm going to react to episode 3 of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. But before we get things started, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe for more content like this coming soon. I really love the first two episodes of the show here. Like I said, I really enjoyed how it's taken a detour from like the familiar path of what a Scott Pilgrim story typically is. Scott Pilgrim is dead. End of last episode, Matthew Patel seemingly is now the new owner and leader of the League of Evil X's. He beat Gideon in combat and he won everything that he owns basically. So he's in charge of the league now. And the other members, seem to accept him as like their new boss, which is interesting. I thought it'd be more of like a power struggle and maybe they'd all like fight it out to see who'd be the top guy, but no, they accepted Matthew. And I underestimated Matthew Patel, and I think I don't know, there's a really smart way to have like the person who's typically defeated first, the lowest ranking member and all that, be the one that's, I don't know, like people underestimated, including Gideon, and he ended up being pretty formidable and had really cool use of his mystical powers and all that. Especially going with the forearms and all that, that was really cool. But also, Ramona, in her dream, she's hearing Scott now. Kind of a reversal of, Ramona being the one in Scott's head, and Scott dreaming of her. Now she's dreaming of Scott, and she thinks that he's alive. But we'll see what happens with that. Maybe he exists in the subspace somewhere, or maybe he's still alive. I don't know what's going to happen actually, but maybe he's a ghost. Who knows? But let's just jump in and see what's going to happen next. Interior, Young Neil's better. Why is this like a screenplay now? Day, yeah, just like this slug line. Yeah, I was reading something about screenwriting. Okay.
But if I can die, and just when I found out I'm a cinephile. Anyways, that's why I'm busy writing this movie.
I like how we're getting a little more focus on some of these other characters, like Young and Neil and all that. We don't really focus on him at all usually. So it's cool to see his perspective and everything too.
I've written nothing.
I gotta get back into screenwriting. Who's that?
My sleep paralysis demon?
Or is it? Yeah, his screenplay was written overnight.
Whoa. I wrote a feature-length screenplay in my sleep. I'm a screenwriter!
Oh my god, the sound effect. That's funny. Starting off just like the last episode started off. She's dyeing her hair again, okay. What's it gonna be this time? Red and yellow? Okay. I wonder if every episode is gonna start off, or she's gonna have different hair. Ramona rents a video. I love all the different video game, like, logo they do for the episode titles. Not sure exactly what video game that's supposed to be, though.
Somebody kidnapped Scott Pilgrim and faked his death.
You're joking.
They still have the censor.
Would you stop swearing? We have customers. Fuck my life.
In my dreams, I saw Scott's subspace highway. And heard his voice.
Subspace what?
It doesn't matter. I think it means he's alive. So I went back to the rocket to look at the security footage of what we thought was Scott's death.
Ooh, and what? Huh? He went to another dimension?
Someone grabbed him and pulled him into a portal.
He didn't die. His death was
Somebody
fake.
wants us to think he's dead.
Wow, okay.
I knew it was too good to be true.
Can a guy get a croissant?
Finish that croissant.
So why would someone kidnap Scott? And why would they get my hopes up by making it seem like he was dead?
Yeah, who pulled him out of the portal? And I wonder if that has to do with, it looked like the same person that was typing on Young Neil's computer. Like based on the outfit at least.
I thought you could give me a quick rundown of the major characters in Scott's life.
More like major suspects. Well, let's see.
She looks like a Like the little girl from My Neighbor Totoro.
No way could he mastermind a kidnapping. Then there's Steven's roommate, young Neil. He's an idiot. He'd make Scott look like a genius, but he can't because that's literally impossible. Envy Adams pulled Scott's heart out of his chest and stomped all over it with her patent leather combat boots. You know who you should talk to? His other
Kim.
ex. She's known him longer than anyone.
Yep.
What if we find a new bass player and they make us worse?
The odds are they'd make us better, because we probably sucked. There's always Scott's understudy.
Oh, nice. Interesting.
No, I fear change!
I mean, she's already wearing his jacket. His X-Men jacket.
But how do I know which notes to play?
It's up to you. That's why they call it play.
Hey, that's a nice way to put it. I wonder if Knives is actually going to be really good, and they actually are going to improve with Scott not being there, you know what I mean? Nothing like some good old drum and bass.
How long have you been playing bass?
What time is it?
Oh my
4
god.
p.m.?
Oh,
Couple hours maybe.
4 hours.
I'm late for work.
She's a natural talent.
Sorry, I'm late.
I don't care.
I love the sound design in the show, by the way, and the sound mixing. Sounds really good in the headphones. Like all the sound effects, like the footsteps of her walking through and all that. It just sounds good.
Maybe he faked his own death to get out of paying his
Most
lease.
Wanted owes us 3,500. I remember in the video game, like you have to like pay off the debts first if you want to buy stuff at the no account video store.
You've been using Scott's unconscious dreamscape to deliver DVDs quicker?
You're the first person in Canada to understand that.
No wonder you're putting us out of business.
Canada?
No, video stores.
It's kind of meta that Netflix putting video stores out of business.
You told me you were good at drawing.
Maps are hard.
That's not Michael Cera voicing him here, which is interesting.
To my continued embarrassment, Scott Pilgrim became my first boyfriend.
I wonder if they're gonna show like the whole like fight he had to do.
There was this one time I was kidnapped by a
Yeah.
rival school, and Scott had to fight through an entire army of teen jerks and their leader Simon Lee to rescue me.
That's a romantic memory.
You like him, don't you?
Why does this always happen to me?
I don't know. Maybe you could ask one of your 7 evil exes.
Who was that, Bowser?
This is unexpected.
Well,
Roxy.
you gotta get better at expecting.
You two know each other?
We were college roommates
College something.
more.
Yeah.
and more.
Roxy Richter, Ramona's fourth evil ex. So, here I am, rocks you like a hurricane.
Roxy like a hurricane. Here I am. Oh, that's kind of funny though. Okay.
None of these boys know how to talk about their feelings.
You're as clueless as the boys.
That is so unfair. You're just impossible to talk to.
Start talking.
I've got a better idea.
Start fighting?
Fight about them.
Hey, let's go. Another fight scene. Let's go. All the fights have been so good this show. Yeah, I said it before. I said it again. Roxy's design is so good in this show. I love how she looks
doing
here.
this again?
Yo, the giant hammer. Let's go. I love the hammer. And they found a way to have it like fight in the rain with like the sprinklers being cut by Roxy. That's cool.
An old movie?
What? They just got teleported to another movie? Okay. Why not? Let's go. Oh my god, this is hilarious.
My movie.
That's so cool. Ora!
You're done.
You know, for a split second, I thought my internet like froze, or like the video buffered.
That's cheap.
Rewinding it. Oh man. The fourth wall breaking in this show has been unexpected too, but I really like it. Each punch, they're looking at a different movie. Reminds me a little bit of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like the fight towards the end where like each punch is like in a different universe.
I'm sorry
For what?
for leaving the way I did.
Oh, Ramona's taking some accountability too. Wow, okay. Because she did hurt some of these people too, you know. Like she's even said before in the story, she's done things she wasn't proud of.
So you left without a word? You made me feel like nothing.
I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna let you win.
Roxy!
I just love how this whole like set piece looks. Like it made it look like an old movie and all that. It just visually looks really cool.
Roxy!
It's just trippy, but I like it a lot.
You know, I can't remember the last time I just hung out with the girls. This is nice.
The snacks aren't free.
Fighting makes me hungry.
Rumples.
Nice. Should we kiss?
I have unfinished business with Scott.
I like how all the exes are still just trying to win her back at the end of the day, you know?
I'd like to be your friend.
With benefits?
No benefits.
Worth a shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at least you gave it a you shot your shot, Roxy. Well, okay. Roxy and Kim? Why not? This show's giving me a lot of unexpected pairings.
Worth a shot.
The hamster dance? Mae Whitman is so good too as Roxy.
Everybody needs closure. That's why they call it closure. Now you're one step closer to the dumb boy of your dreams, and you buried the hatchet with an ex. Multitasking.
Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna have to do this with all 7 of them.
Maybe.
Hollywood legend Lucas Lee is one of your exes.
So it's cool. So instead of like, oh, robots undercover. Interesting. So instead of like Scott having to fight all the evil exes, Ramona's gonna have to go and like reconnect and rekindle, maybe patch things up with him, or I don't know. This is an interesting. This is interesting, actually. Interesting twist on like the formula of the Scott Pilgrim story.
Gideon Graves?
You don't remember me.
Huh?
Gideon Graves wasn't my birth name. It was an identity I created. Back in the day, you knew me by another name.
Don't say Simon.
Gordon?
Oh, Gordon.
Gordon Goose from North Bay, Ontario?
Then you do remember me. You may be the only one who does.
Was this something from the comics? I really don't remember Gideon being like Gordon Goose.
I couldn't even get a reservation at McDonald's. They laughed at me when I called.
That's fun.
Gordon, get your butt in here.
Finn Wolfhard was Teen Scott Pilgrim. I knew it didn't sound like Shannon Woodward. Interesting. Yeah, I knew it didn't sound like Michael Cera. Interesting that they got another actor, but Finn Wolfhard, okay. At least they replaced him with a different Canadian actor. Alright, so that was episode 3 of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Yeah, another enjoyable episode here. This one was focused on, was all through the lens of Ramona here. I liked, like they kind of setting up almost like a new, like what the new arc might be, like for the season. At least like for Ramona, like her going back and talking with her other exes and like getting closure, as Kim said. And yeah, that's like one way of putting it. She actually took some accountability for mistakes she's made in at least her relationship with Roxy, she like left without saying a word. She just pretty much left and ghosted Roxy. Yeah, like Ramona isn't a perfect person either. Like both, it's interesting. Both Ramona and Scott as like they're kind of like the two. I guess they can be considered like two protagonists, right? Yeah, they both have had their own mistakes in past relationships and the way they act, and they're not perfect. But I don't know. I like how they're learning and growing from that as well. And there's and more from like Ramona from what we've seen in the comics, because she didn't really rekindle anything before or get closure or talk to again any of her exes before Scott just like fights them. So that's really cool to see. Also, the fight between Roxy and Ramona was so cool. The way they were going through all the different movies and all that. That was so fun in my opinion. And they got a little bit of like the fourth wall breaking elements there, like Kim rewinding the tape to go back to like a previous part in the fight. That was really fun. And they're literally breaking through the walls and to go into other movies and all that was really cool. It's just really well done and a really fun idea to have that all framed like within the video rental store. Other than that, we see something suspicious where people are coming from portals. I don't know if it's other dimensions. Maybe I just jumped the gun saying that, but at least from other places. Like one was like whoever that person was on the computer when young Neil was like sleeping, and he wrote a whole screenplay for young Neil. And also whoever took Scott through the portal. Yeah, like he probably is alive actually. Someone grabbed him through the portal and left the coins behind to make it seem like Matthew Patel beat him. So Matthew Patel didn't even beat Scott. Wow, okay. I wonder if it's possibly like alternate versions of themselves. Because young Neil, like, he didn't write the screenplay, but maybe another version of himself did. And just like left the screenplay for the other Neil to like maybe take the credit for or to help himself out. I wonder if maybe like Scott like saved himself, or if maybe it's the same person that did both. Who knows? We'll have to see. But all this is really interesting. Like next, it seems like Ramona is gonna be meeting with Lucas Lee, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, like we kind of already had like Matthew Patel centric episode. Then we had Roxy. Now we're going back to 2. So I wonder if we get Todd episode, then like a Karinagi twins episode as well. You know, Gideon has been throughout, so maybe he'll get an episode 2. I don't know. But yeah, also with Gideon, seems that I do not remember this from the comics. If this is a thing from the comics, it might be new from the show. Like I said, it's been a while since I've read the comics. That his real name was Gordon Goose, and that I guess Julie had known him before he went to New York and changed and gave himself a new identity as the Gideon Graves. And he's coming like crawling back, and yeah, Julie seems to be like welcoming him into his home. So I wonder what's gonna happen there. Julie has like a bigger presence as well so far on the show, which is cool. She was like giving Ramona all the rundown on Scott's exes and all that. All that was really cool to see. And it was really cool to see Kim more as well. Like, I don't know, like it's really cool seeing Kim and Ramona interact and all that. Like Allison Pill, I like how she's performing the character here. It's different from how she performed Kim in the movie, that's for sure. Like it's not like a total 180, but there's definitely differences you can tell in like the voice, and she's a little bit more monotone here and all that, but I like it though. And I really, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, she's always good, and she continues to be good as Ramona here too. Mae Whitman, I love how she's playing Roxy Richter, and Roxy Richter's new design is just really cool as well. So all in all, like another really interesting episode. I'm curious to see how it's going to progress, but leave any thoughts you have in the comments down below. Catch you all next time. Bye.